Good morning and welcome to Peace Out, where we are all figuring out together how to peace out. It's a great morning. I'll tell you, I am high strung this morning because it's been a great morning already. My biggest thing is, and I am going somewhere with this, I got the money this morning finally for the second printing of The Making of a Leader in Pakistan and Urdu. We had the first printing was 500 copies and they are gone, literally gone. And we've got churches begging for it. So I just got the money together this morning. I'm going to send it as soon as this is over. I'll be sending the money to get the second 500 copies printed in Urdu, and so it can start being distributed to the churches and believers and Christian groups throughout Pakistan. So that's amazing. I would have never guessed. So thank you to those who gave to help make that possible. And if you want exclusive updates, you can join me on Patreon as a paid member. I think that I only have one tier right now, but there's exclusive updates, exclusive pictures. I'm going to put some pictures up there today that you're not going to see anywhere else. And so, if you want to follow me on Patreon and join me on Patreon and get exclusive updates, know what's going on behind the scenes in Dovestar Ministries and the books we're working on, because this is the first book we published in Pakistan. But we've also got 3 others we've already published, and we're working on number 4. And I'm just working my fingers to the bone for the funds for that, and that's okay. I'm enjoying seeing the progress and seeing God provide through means I didn't think He was going to provide through, but it's been a fun process and exciting and very humbling at the same time. So keep up with me over on Patreon. Come join me over there. I'll put some stuff up later on Facebook or whatever you're watching on TikTok, it's Patreon, right? It's Dovestar Ministries. So this morning I was looking at this ad. I'm not really good with advertising. I'm trying to kind of get into it because I want people to know what's going on. I want you to know the books that I've written, the ones I'm working on. I've got 2 I worked on yesterday for a little while yesterday afternoon. I've kind of got a plan so that I can kind of unfold it and get moving on some of it, because I feel like I stopped because I worked for a while and then I kind of get sidetracked. But I got 2 new ideas, so I'm like, I've got to get some. I'm not starting these till I finish those, right? So there was a marketing, not really marketing, but kind of a writing. It was a writing clinic of some sort, and it was only $6. I was going to get the download and a 14-day coaching plan of some sort. I thought that's really good for $5. I can do that, right? So I go to sign up for it, and I put my information in. And it goes, oh, before you go, for just $14.95, you can $29.95. You can get this, and it's normally $150. I was like, I don't want that. I just want the thing you were telling me about. Scroll down a little bit. I don't check yes. I scroll down a little bit, and it's like the one-time offer. You're only going to get this offer one time. Do you want this? It's only $100, and it's normally $300. And I was like, you know what? I'm done. I can just exit out. I didn't even buy the other plan. I was like, you know what? I just wanted that, and it's just frustrating when they try to throw more and more. I'm like, if you're giving me something of value, it should be enough, right? I shouldn't have to click and this and that and something else just to get that one little thing I wanted, that one little bit of help I thought I was going to get. So I just closed it out and said, I can do better than this, and just basically walked away. And so I started thinking that I'm so glad God doesn't do it that way. Right now, God is kind of the opposite of that. When we get God, when we get saved, when we come to God, then we get everything. So Jesus said, this is our keynote verse that we use for this devotion. We've been using it for 4 years, right? Jesus said, I'm leaving you with a gift, peace of mind and heart. The peace I give isn't like what the world gives, so don't be troubled and don't be afraid. And so he's leaving us a gift. And the cool thing is, he doesn't say, for just $5.95 though, you can add grace to that. Yeah, I'm going to give you some peace just for getting saved, but then I need money to get for grace. And if you like grace, then I can give you mercy for another $10.99, right? And this is a really good deal. No, God doesn't do that. I love that He gave us everything all at once. Now, to qualify that and to understand that, we do grow into those things, right? We don't know all of it all at once. And as we get to know God, we experience His peace even more. As we get to know Him, we experience His grace even more. When we walk through those storms, they're very unpleasant. I've been in one. I think I'm coming out of one, but there's always another one brewing, right? And so these are opportunities, though, to get to know more about God's peace, to learn how to trust Him just a little bit more, with just a little bit more stuff than what we thought we had last time we came through this last struggle, right? And so we grow in that grace, but it's a package deal. When God is a package deal, He doesn't hold it back until we do this right or that right, or He's not sitting up there waiting to smash us if we mess something up, or He doesn't say, "Oh, you messed up, give me that peace back. You can't have you don't deserve peace today. I'm not giving you any grace for that because you got yourself in that mess. You don't have any mercies." No, His mercies are new every morning, whether we understand it or not, whether we figure that out or not. His mercies are new every morning. He's got the grace to carry us through anything, and we've got so many stories here that confirm and explain and define how His grace carries. His grace, His mercy, His peace, His love doesn't keep bad things from happening. And that's where we get tripped up sometimes, right? Because we're like, okay, I trusted God and then everything fell apart. I don't know how many times I've been told that. Oh yeah, every time I try to get right with God, everything breaks. Everything goes wrong. Everything goes downhill from there. But the thing is, that's just life, or it's just the enemy trying to get you distracted, because that's what works. But He's got the grace for that. Grace doesn't mean bad things won't happen. David faced Goliath. Daniel went to the lion's den. 3 Hebrew children were thrown in the fire. The disciples got out in a boat on the sea, and a storm came. But in every circumstance that we see, Joseph in the prison cell, we could just go through all our Bible heroes, right? And in every circumstance that presented itself to them, that came as a negative, came as a struggle, came as a trial, came as a problem, came as a fill in the blank with whatever you're dealing with right now. I got several blanks, just so you know. God's grace was enough. God took them through it. He did not prevent bad things from happening, but He did make sure that they got through it. And it's all a package deal. We don't have to earn the next level of grace. God told Paul, "My grace is sufficient." For whatever. He didn't say for today. Well, for today maybe, because that's all we deal with. That's all we have is a day, right? But He didn't say, "My grace is sufficient when you go to the lion's den, but it's not good enough for the giant." My grace is sufficient enough when you're out in the sea and a storm comes up. My grace is sufficient, but it's not going to work on your pocketbook. My grace is sufficient for this, but it's not going to work for that. No, His grace is sufficient, and He's not going to upsell us. You like grace? Grace. If you like grace, you're going to love mercy, right? Or if you love mercy, man, you're going to love grace. Let me just sell you this one more attribute of God. No, we get the whole thing. And that's what my meditation is going to be today. We have His love that He can't stop loving us. Once we're saved, we're His child, and you can't take it back. I can disown my kids. I would never do that, but I could. But you check our DNA, they're still going to be my kids, right? Once we're a child of God, we accept that. We understand that. We've got that salvation. There's no going back. And we get everything He has to offer right here. No upsells. Grace, mercy, love, peace is all ours. Man, I love that about God. I can trust Him for one more day. Can you? Yep, that's why I'm going to peace out. Peace out. Have a great day. I'll see you again tomorrow.